We want to talk a little bit about the words self-publishing. There used to be quite a stigma attached to that. In a lot of people's minds, it meant, well, they couldn't find a publisher, so they did it themselves, or he did it himself, and and up until recently, that was pretty true. And self-published books were usually very amateur, and the margins were poor, the print was too small, whatever. They were just done very amateurly, and you'd see someone selling their book at the farmers market or whatever, or at a craft fair. But that's all changed now with the internet. They're self-published, which I prefer to call independently published books, on the New York Times bestseller list. We have our own publishing company. It's called Balustrade Books, Stairways to Imagination. And right now, Balustrade Books is just publishing my books. Eventually, we'll be offering independent publishing services.
These services are going to include things like cover design. And we're not designing the cover for you. We're teaching you how to create something beautiful. And, if you have a good story and you've got a good plot and you've got good characters, we're going to teach you, whether or not that fits together well enough to form into a good story, and, maybe even assist you with making a better story out of it. And then even just simple things like editing services. The more polished your book is, the more professional it's going to seem. And, people are constantly turned off by things like spelling errors, easy fixes. And so you want to avoid those easy fixes by having someone that looks it through for you, because it's always better to get a second pair of eyes on your work. And if you have that second pair of eyes on there, you're marketing something professional at that point. So we really want to teach authors how to be independent.
Mm-hmm. But as an independent publisher, the responsibility is still on you, and I've said this before, to do what the publisher would do for you. You can't just put a book out there and expect it to take off all by itself. You have to let people know.